holy grail of engineering is value engineering, using as little parts as possible to be able to achieve your result, because less parts often means less risk. And the next thing that then logically comes into your mind is, bear in mind earlier on, I mentioned that I had optimizers. This is where inverter and battery storage has changed quite significantly. What this means is a PowerPoint tracker may no longer need optimizers where they previously did. Powerwall 3 fires up from 60 volts, whereas your SIG Energy Sage and Store is actually 100 volts, similar to the Give Energy system. So what I now know is, if I use a Powerwall 3, because it has 3 PowerPoint trackers, I essentially need no optimizers at all, because each PowerPoint tracker can go on a different orientation, and therefore effectively we can cut the number of parts down that we need. Whereas the SIG Energy Sage and Store, for my north facing and south facing, it would work. However, essentially for that east facing orientation, it essentially wouldn't be enough. So I'd have to link it together once again with optimizers. Now you might be thinking, what's bad about an optimizer? I have ultimately bought optimizers for my roof and I designed it this way. The holy grail of engineering is value engineering, using as little parts as possible to be able to achieve your result, because less parts often means less risk. That's the overarching goal for us as engineers. It also means less cost. We're trying to get from point A to point B in the most cost-effective method possible, whilst considering longevity, part quality, and return on investment. Less upfront also means less maintenance and less parts to maintain in the future. So I'd either have to use a SIG Energy Sage and Store with optimizers or a Powerwall 3 without. I also really like simplicity with the design, so this would very naturally lean from my point of view into a Powerwall 3.